Have you ever wondered why almost every movie, every show, every video we see has love at its center? Why every story starts and ends with romance like it's the ultimate meaning of life? It's because deep down, we're not allowed to experience that kind of love freely in real life. Society keeps telling us what's right, what's wrong, who to like, and who not to. So we end up watching others live the love stories we never got to have. And honestly, that illusion messed me up for years. I wasted 5 long years chasing an idea called true love. Not living my life, not growing, not exploring, just waiting for one girl to love me back. While my friends were busy exploring, meeting new people, figuring themselves out, I was stuck in my own loop, chasing a girl who never saw me that way. Her name was Mia. I thought she was the one, my perfect match, my once-in-a-lifetime love. Every movie had told me real love happens only once. So I believed that. I believed Mia was everything. But she wasn't. What she did was slowly make me lose myself. And the worst part, I let her. I gave her that power. I kept following her like some side character in her story, thinking one day she'd see how much I cared and would finally say yes. That's the problem. Movies teach you that if a girl says no, it's not final. That if you keep trying, keep chasing, she'll eventually fall for you. But that's a lie. It's a dangerous lie. Because one day, I saw her with someone else, and then another. And I finally understood it was never love. She didn't choose me because I was never an option for her. I was just another fan circling her world while she lived her own life. That night, I broke down. I felt betrayed. Stupid, empty. My friend Ron saw me like that and said, "You need to meet someone new." I didn't want to. I felt done with everything. But he took me to meet a girl named Mia. And different from Mia, Emma was kind, real, open. She didn't play mind games. She didn't make me chase or beg. And for the first time in a long time, I felt calm. But that calm didn't come from her love. It came from the realization that what I thought I wanted all this time wasn't love at all. It was validation. I didn't want Mia's love. I wanted to feel enough. And that hit me hard. That night, as I lay awake, I asked myself something every guy should ask. Why do we become so desperate for women? Why do we base our worth on their attention? Why do we need to be chosen to feel good about ourselves? The truth is simple. We're trained that way. Society teaches men that finding love or getting a girlfriend is some kind of achievement, a prize for existing. But relationships aren't built on joy anymore. They're driven by fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of seeing the person we desire with someone else. That fear is what keeps most men stuck in endless cycles of chasing girls instead of chasing growth. Let me tell you something real. The more you chase a girl, the further she'll run. It's not even about her. It's how nature works. The harder you push, the more resistance you create. You can't impress a girl by losing yourself for her. You can't make her love you by worshiping her. Ironically, the ones you don't chase, they're the ones who get curious, who step closer. Because attraction doesn't come from need. It comes from energy, confidence, and self-respect. That's when I realized something huge. Every time you fall in love and get your heart broken, it's not punishment. It's training. You're learning what not to do next time. You're learning to hold your ground. You're learning that love isn't the purpose of a man's life. Purpose is. Because a man is built to create, to lead, to build, to push limits, not just to love. But here's the twist. Society doesn't want you to realize that. The system runs better when you're distracted. That's why they keep selling you the dream of marriage as the ultimate goal. You grow up thinking that one day you'll achieve everything when you find the one. And if you even imagine a life without marriage, that thought scares you because you don't know what's beyond it. That's how programmed we've become. We've been taught to treat women well, which is right, but nobody taught us what to expect in return. At the same time, girls are taught what they deserve from men, but not how to treat men fairly. Then one day, you wake up and realize love is always conditional. Society loves you when you give, when you sacrifice, when you serve. But if you stop giving, the love stops too. That's the trap. It's built to keep you running, working, chasing approval. Even biologically, Men are wired with a drive to earn affection, to seek reward, to chase. But here's what they never tell you. The bigger your mission becomes, the smaller the chase feels. The stronger your purpose, the less control anyone will have over your emotions. When your world stops revolving around girls, something changes. You start to notice how many things you can build, how much you can grow, how powerful you actually are. The less you need someone's love to complete you, the more control you gain over your own life. And there's a simple truth about love that no one admits. It always starts with attraction, moves into imagination. You picture yourself with that person. You imagine the story, and then expectations follow. Once expectations enter, love turns into dependency. But when you see that pattern clearly, you break the cycle. You stop living love stories written by others and start writing your own life script. So yes, let love happen. Let heartbreak happen. Let it destroy you once if it must, because when you rebuild yourself from that point, you become unshakable. When you finally learn to choose yourself above all else, something powerful awakens inside you, clarity. The clarity to be selfish in a healthy way, to protect your peace, to choose growth over attachment. Once your heart breaks completely, it stops being fragile. You stop fearing pain. You stop chasing what doesn't serve you. And that's where your real power starts. Because purpose, true purpose, is not about what you get from the world, but what you give back. It's about helping people who no one else wants to help. It's about solving problems no one else wants to solve. That's what gives your life meaning. That's what fills the emptiness that no relationship ever can. When love no longer controls you, nothing can break you. No rejection, no heartbreak, no loneliness. You'll still feel things, but you'll understand them. You'll control them, not the other way around. And the crazy part, once you reach that point, the competition disappears. Because while most guys are still out there trying to get validation, to be chosen, you're already focused on building something real. 90% of men get lost in chasing affection. Only 10% realize their power. Be one of those 10%. Because every man has that fire inside him, that quiet, natural strength, the drive to create, to conquer, to lead. The world has tried to label that as toxic, as something to be ashamed of, but it's not. It's your greatest gift. Masculinity is not toxic. It's misunderstood. It's the energy that builds families, nations, and legacies. When you channel it right, not by dominating others, but by dominating yourself, you become unstoppable. So go live. Go experience love if you want. Fail, get hurt, learn. Just don't let it cage you. Don't let it define who you are. Because love, relationships, marriage, they're just chapters, not the whole book. The real story is what you build beyond that. Society will keep trying to make you believe you can't do more, that you must settle, that your strength is a problem. But the moment you stop believing that is the moment your real life begins. You can think whatever you want about me. Maybe you'll agree, maybe you'll laugh, maybe you'll hate this message. It doesn't matter. What matters is that at least one of you watching this stops chasing someone who doesn't care and starts chasing your own greatness instead. That's why I do what I do. Not to blame or hate anyone, but to wake you up, to remind you that you're capable of so much more than you've been told. You don't have to be broken to be good. You just have to be brave enough to see the truth. So yeah, don't be a fool for love. Be a man who learns from it, grows from it, and becomes stronger because of it. If this message hit you somewhere deep, then maybe you were meant to hear it. Because while most people will click away halfway through, if you're still here, you're already one of the few who refuses to stay ordinary. And I respect that. I hope you found this video helpful. I will meet you with another video soon.